Sooner or later, it's gonna turn in my favor. It's turning around for me. It won't always be like this. The Lord will perfect that concerning me. Sooner or later, it's gonna turn in my favor. It's turning around for me. It won't always be like this. The Lord will perfect that concerning me. Sooner or later, it's gonna turn in my favor. It's turning around for me. Let's check the audio. How everybody doing, man? Let me know where you coming from, where you checking in from. Let me see. It won't always be like this. Okay, sound good. Sooner or later, it's gonna turn in my favor. Yep. How everybody doing today? What's going on? Hey, what's going on? Happy Friday. What's up with you? Crown Phillips. What's up, man? How you doing, brother? All right. I'm gonna try to stay on top of my comments. When they get too far, they get out of control sometimes. But I'm gonna try to stay on top of how you doing today, my friend. The Lord will perfect that concerning. Like too bright right here. Hold on, y'all. Concerning me. Sooner or later. Oh, Crown, what's up? How you doing? That name confused me now. There is a name. My bad. There is a name. I'm sorry. Charge to my head, not my heart, Crown. Charge to my head, not my heart. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Listen. Crown Phillips. Who is that? Y'all on here. Look at my YouTube family jumping on. Y'all, come on now. Look at YouTube coming in. What's up, y'all? Facebook. We got Georgia. What's up, Georgia? Townsend. How you doing? Let me know where y'all checking in from, man. I can shout you out. I appreciate y'all logging in. Hey, G-Ma. It's okay. Okay. How y'all doing? Man, I'm sitting here. It's raining. Is it raining where you at? We in South Georgia, it has been, but I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful for it. They say with this Nino thing that we supposed to have this year, that we're gonna get a lot of rain. And I don't really know how you what you supposed to do. Dallas, Texas. What's going on, Michael? Dallas, Texas. Danny, look at G-Mon from Ohio. Um, my Dallas, Texas family. What's up, y'all? Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's raining. But they say we supposed to have like this super Fort Myers. What's happening? We're supposed to have this doggone super El Nino. Missouri. What's happening? I don't really know what I'm supposed to do with that. They say it's supposed to rain a lot this winter. Albany. What's happening at Albany? I know about Albany. I do. I know all about Albany. DFW. Jacksonville. What's going on, Jacksonville? You know what I found out about Jacksonville? The flights from Jacksonville are cheaper than the flights from Atlanta. Like I did not know that. The only problem is you have to stop in Atlanta. I just discovered that all the flights that I was looking at a flight. They're from Jacksonville. They're cheaper. The ones in Atlanta may be like $1,100, but the ones from Jacksonville are $600 into change. But I just have to stop in Atlanta. So yeah, I did not know that. Michigan, what's up, Michigan? Lafayette, Louisiana, Murfreesboro, Tennessee. What's going on? He said campaign. Is that campaign illa? I don't know. Yes, it's raining. Yes, absolutely it's raining, y'all. Lafayette in the house. Crown Phillips said it's been raining all week. Michigan. You love us. Hey man, thank y'all for living me down there in Dallas, man. I'm gonna have to make my way out. Hey Larry, I just found out that we went to the same high school. Really? Yeah. What school? What school we went to? Tell me what school we went to. They're trying to get us out of here. Really? Yeah. Jessup, Georgia. What's up, Jessup? Cleveland, Ohio. Yeah, yeah, man, doggone. Jacksonville flights are like ridiculously cheap than Atlanta. Like for real. I did not know that. And Jacksonville is actually closer to me than Atlanta. I was running to Atlanta, flying out of Hartsfield all the time. Anytime I got to fly somewhere, but no, I'm going to Jacksonville moving forward, man. Cleveland, St. Louis, good evening, sir. How you doing, Timothy? Hey, bro, how you doing? Winston-Salem, North Carolina, checking in, man. My North Carolina. Listen, Laura Holding, girl, you got a lady, you got a name on you, Laura. Holding Quest Kane. She is watching from Weetum, Alabama. We're gonna shout out the yeah. Now I ain't gonna know Miriam Franklin. Cheryl. Now I ain't gonna know Miriam Franklin. Absolutely not. Yeah. It's that Champaign, Illinois. I don't know what that is, guys. That kind of throw them out. Sherry, Savannah, Georgia in the house. New Jersey in the house. What's up, Doug? How you doing, Doug Mattis? What's going on, y'all? How you doing? We got Rich from Baltimore. Rich Richardson. What's happening, brother? Thank you for being a part of the live today. I want to shout you out. I appreciate all y'all. I've been so busy, man. Literally, it's been a lot. Y'all been seeing me work on my truck. I just got off a bunch of animals. It's pronounced champagne. Yeah, because the I was throwing me off, Crown. Like, hey, for real, the I was throwing me off. Look at Takara. What's up, Takara? Perry, Georgia in the house. What's up, brother? Yeah, the I was throwing me off, Crown. I didn't know, like, is that silent or, how we pronounce that, I got you, Robert. Appreciate you. Fred Stevenson coming out of Indiana. What part of Indiana? I got a son in Indiana. He live in right outside of Bloomington. Arlington, Texas in the house. Veronica, hey, thank you for being a part of the live, man. Hey, Shantae, how you doing? Appreciate y'all being here. You love our products. That olive oil is the bomb. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Matter of fact, do y'all mind while I'm on live, I put it all on sale for y'all. Hold on. I used to do this all the time, but what I would do was I would create like this big old massive issue. Cause then, I like, so but we good. It was an issue. Like I be having sales going on and all this stuff going on, but I'm gonna do it right now. This is what I'm gonna do. While we are on live, I'm gonna knock everything down to 20%. We're gonna take it back to the old school. I did this all last year. To all my people who been with me, rocking with me for a while. Y'all know I've been doing this for a while. But last year I would put all the stuff on 20% every time I was on live. I'm scrolling down, y'all. Just to be able to, we was generating sales, but everything picked up. We got busy, and it was like, okay, I gotta make sure I'm wise about how I do that. Now I can't just be doing it. So hold on, sit tight. I'm gonna do 20% off. I gotta do it on my phone. 1 second. Normally you can just hold on. Facebook. We're gonna do a Facebook live. There it is. Facebook Live discount. The Facebook Live discount. The last time I did this Facebook Live discount, Ellen Wood, what's happening? Lilburn, was November of last year. But I'm about to make it happen right now. I'm about to put everything. Hold on. I'm gonna make sure I put everything in on sale right now. I'm about to do it, y'all. What the day is? Today is we in August the 14th. What time I'm gonna make it? We're gonna go 5:06. I'm gonna make this thing go to 8. Can I do 8? So I'm gonna do 8 o'clock tonight. I don't know. Yeah, that's 8. But we're gonna go 5:06 to 8. 3 hours. So if you want to try our products, you've been wanting to try our products, you've been on the fence about the products, you don't need no code or nothing. You should just be able to get 20% off. To make sure everything on there. The olive oil. Let me see. Hold on. Make sure everything on there. The books, the merch. Make sure the season. What is seasoning there? Let me make sure that make sure the seasoning on. Okay, the seasoning on there. Everything is on there. So if you've been on the fence about trying our product, boom. I just knocked everything down to 20% off on the website. Let me add it to the website. Here go. I'm gonna put it in the chat. LarryTeresa.com. It's LarryTeresa.com. Just go to the site. There go all the products. They on sale, 20% off while we on live. I ain't done it in a while. The last time I did it, I just checked, was in November. November of last year. I used to do it all the time when I first getting started. But yeah, but let's do it now, man. How has everybody been doing, man? Listen, I have been busy, man. For real, literally busy. Let me shout y'all out though. Hold on. I'm trying to, I said I was gonna stay on top of my comments, right? Let me stay on top of it. Crown said it's a few hours outside from me, like outside of Chicago for sure. Shantae says she good. Lil Burn in the house. What's happening? Ellenwood, Georgia. You love the videos, Larry. I'm learning a lot from you guys. Thank you, Ellenwood, man. Listen, I'm from the south side of DeKalb County. Well, I was born in Atlanta. My daddy moved us from the housing projects downtown Atlanta. We stayed in Capitol Home. We moved from downtown Atlanta when I was 5. Moved out to the old Gresham Road when it was a good place to be. Stayed over there, went to Gresham Park Elementary. Mom and dad split up. I ended up moving off of County Road. So I done stayed on the south side of DeKalb County for a long time. So Ellenwood, I done stayed in that area so long. I remember when Ellenwood was the country. Lithonia was the country. So for real, man. What's going on? Yeah, so jump on the sale if you want it. I got to order some of the season. Yeah, jump on it. Everything 20% off. I just put it in the chat, y'all. Here we go. And hold on. And man, I got a problem with names, y'all, for real. Hey, from Decatur, Georgia. Hey, Antoinette Tilly Thompson. Decatur, Georgia in the house. What's happening? Yeah, man, I be having a problem with names, y'all. These doggone E's and I's. Okay. You pronounce my name and city close enough. Laura, thank you. That Hollandquest. Is it Hollandquest? No, hold on. Hollandquest? Yeah. What's up, Jerry? Hey, man. What's up, brother? How you been, man? Hello to the family. Oh, Sanford, Florida. I was down there. What was I doing in Sanford? I was passing through Sanford. Yeah, but everything on sale now, 20% off. So if you want to do it, jump on it right now. Samantha, how you doing? Marcha. What's up? You ready? Get you some. 14. Nice. Thank you. It's Larry Teresa, LarryTeresa.com. You said you love Pam checking in from Sanford. Hey, Pam, thank you so much for trying our product. Thank you for giving us a vote of confidence. We appreciate you. Where Teresa in the house. Teresa in there working on something. Teresa always working on something. Like I'm telling you, man, she always got something going on. My wife has this experience. I think it's called it's an amen somebody, but I think it's some kind of experience. I forget the proper name. I don't want to misquote her name, but she got this experience coming up, and she doing some teaching, and it's in September. So they all getting ready to go to this cabin next month. They getting ready to go to this cabin. Her and this group of women that she been like mentoring for I think she got an 8-week course. So she doing an 8-week course digital. So they doing a virtual course every week, and they all got accountability partners and everything. And then at the end of the 8-week course, they're going to do 8 weeks, and then they're going to all fly to this cabin where they're going to have the in-person experience, right? So they're going to have a 3-day in-person experience. She got a shelf. She got, man, she done put something together for real. She got a shelf. She got the places, like 10, 15 room cabin, like beautiful. They're going to have a shelf there. They're going to have pictures. They're going to have everything. It's going to be nice. She got the backdrop for the pictures. So when you ask me where she at, she ain't not working on that, y'all. For real. For real. Absolutely. Hey, what's up, Shelly? How you doing? Yeah, Teresa in the house. You love the content. Thank you so much for watching. Gardening season is full swing, staying busy right now. So let me tell you something. I have not dug up my spring garden yet, and I need to. I really do. I need to but the deal is, since I got my tractor, it's easy for me to do, because I just go out there with my tractor and I just till everything up. But I'm apprehensive, not comprehensive. I'm apprehensive because I got sweet potatoes still in the ground, and I haven't got a real good batch of sweet potatoes yet, and I feel like this may be the one. And I don't want to start fooling around tilling the ground, tearing up my sweet potatoes. Let me ask you, how long it take for them to grow? I've had some big giant sweet potatoes that overgrown. Then I've had some that didn't grow, and just the leaves grew. Last year, me and Skylar went out there and we had a bunch of little small ones, but not just a massive sweet potato harvest. So I got this Japanese variety that I put in the ground. It's yellow on the inside and it's very good. And I really want those jokers to grow. I really do. So that's what I'm hoping that happen. I'm doing okay, Mary. Kim, how you doing? Tina A. Perry from Bridgeport, Connecticut. Shout out. Monticello, Georgia from Cassandra Clemens. What's up, Cassandra? How you doing? Mary, I'm doing fine. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for asking. I pray all is well with you and your family is well. Hey, Janet Curry, how you doing? Cassandra saying, hey, Mary from North Carolina. Man, my North Carolina family normally deep, man. I'm telling y'all, normally very deep in the comment section, normally deep on these lives. We got Ford Heights, Illinois, cloudy with no power. What happened? Y'all got storms? It's been so hot, guys. Like, I'm not gonna lie. It's been one of them heat type things going on down here where I come outside and I'm like, forget that. I go inside. The animals, you know, they made for it. Them jokers be back in the woods. We got fresh water out there for them. They get up under the shade trees. The boys in the back, I got them in the back in the pen. But I'm really thinning out my herd right now. If y'all saw me doing my goat videos, I just sold 15. I took 5 to the butcher yesterday. So I'm down 20 going into the actual fall and winter, which is a good thing. Like, that's a beautiful thing. Like, you don't want to carry them and you don't have nothing expected from them in the spring. So you don't want to feed them all winter because you got to buy that hay. So that's a good thing. I got a group of them out here in the field with these mamas that I'm holding on to just to see what happened. But we shall see. My excitement are sheep. That's my new thing. I love the sheep, guys. I love the goats too. I'm gonna keep goats, but the sheep seem like they the way to go. Hey, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, my friend from down there. Earthing. What you mean, Samantha? Earthing. I hope to come next year. It's booked for me. Oh, yeah. She for this. Yeah, she oh, Samantha said unearthing my shoes experience. Unearthing my shoes experience. That's the name of the thing my wife, the experience my wife got going on. It's called unearthing my shoes. And she did a great job. She's doing a great job. Like, she literally have built a real quality type program, and she be in there all day just working. And I have to tell her, like, just go ahead and cut it out. 11 o'clock at night, she's still working on stuff. And I don't think if I said that, she'd be up at 1 or 2 o'clock still working on that, trying to make it better. So they actually have a in-person experience they all flying up there going to next month. And she doing well. Matter of fact, I just came out there setting up the camera, a camera for different. So yeah, she doing good, man. Yeah, God is good all the time. Yes. There go Deborah. Hey, yeah, Deborah going too. It's called the Unearthing My Shoes at Unearthing My Shoes 2026. Yeah. So yeah, my wife got this Earthing My Shoes thing coming on. It's in Gatlinburg. Look, they all know. Yeah, she in Gatlin. Are you in Gatlinburg or Gatlin, Tennessee? This Gatlinburg. Is it Gatlin? I done been up to Gatlinburg, but I ain't never been to Gatlin, Tennessee. You hear me? Anyway, let's keep going. God is good. Yes, he is, Melissa, all the time. So you and your family about what built America. Thank you guys for showing us how to be self-sufficient. Yeah, absolutely. There go reason. She said it's the Amen Somebody Unearthing My Shoes experience. Experience amenSomebody.com. Boy, she got a hold on. She said Unearthing My Shoes. I think she put a link in the comment or something. But yeah, she got this thing, man. It's nice. I'm telling y'all. Yeah, it is. You love my family videos. Thank you, Wanda. I appreciate you for watching my family videos. We my goal is to make sure I show people that we don't have to all accept one form of life, right? One thing that I've noticed is that life can feel like you trapped. Like, it really can. You feel like you don't have no control over it. And for years, I felt like that. Like, I really didn't have no control over my life. I didn't have no control of where I lived. I was born in this city. So once you're born into this city, now you just scraping to try to make it. It's not like you really have a lot of options. But my goal and focus is that you can sell everything and start over if you want to, but it takes a certain type of individual to be able to do that, right? If you're the type of individual that's afraid of new things, you're afraid of going into the unknown, that really, this is not gonna be for you. But my wife and I did it back in 2021. We started selling everything. 22, we bought this place. So 21, that was the scariest thing ever. Like, I'm not gonna lie, selling everything, we sold the cars, we sold the house. When we sold the house, that was it. Like, we had been living in that house for 15 years. Like, I'm telling you, that was our safe space, our comfort zone. And we had lived in that house. And you may not understand how comfortable that house is to you. Like, that's the nest. That's a nest. And we talking about leaving that and walking out into the world and going to uncertainty. Every now and then I get this feeling, like it's a feeling that that house provided. It felt safe. It felt like home, right? So to leave that is a big deal. And I think that's what we fight. We fight that feeling of uncertainty. And you got to almost like divorce yourself from that. Like, you almost got to fight to get from that, because that's that complacency. So my goal is to show people, number one, that there's more than one lifestyle, guys. We don't all have to be piled up on top of each other living in the city. We don't all have to be struggling to get by every day, just going to jobs, working, grinding. Like, the city teaches us we have to do that in the city, right? We can live off a homestead, and we're not gonna have as much money coming in, but we got great food, and we gotta learn this, man. I want to say this. We have to learn that wealth is not only money. We've gotten to this point that wealth is considered just dollars, like it's a dollar amount on wealth, and that's not true. Remember, good health is wealth, guys. If you ever been sick before, you would give anything to be healthy. So having great health, I'm talking about good health where you don't have to worry about this, that, and the third. That's wealth. Having your family, and I'm not just talking about, your mom's brother, but like your kids, right? You have your kids. If I could raise my kids where I'm at right now, like, it'd be perfect. But this life I live kind of promotes togetherness. It promotes us being together around each other, because we need each other. The city promotes separatism. We all come in the house. The kids been at school all day. They come in the house. They put their book bag down. They go grab a sandwich, and they want to get in the room to do the homework. And like, life goes on, especially if you working. Like, you getting off work, you coming in, you trying to do this and that, and then y'all just look like y'all just ships passing in the night. Like, we just passing each other. And then one day you look up, they 18 and they making life decisions, where they want to go, they want to leave, they want to go, and rightfully so. But then when they gone, you think about, like, all I did was functioned. Like, I just survived. I didn't actually flourish in it, man. And so this country life like this allows us to flourish instead of just function. That's a big deal, man, because anybody can function. That just means I can't put you no nutritious food on the table, but I can put you some food on the table. You get what I'm saying? Like, it may gonna make you sick in the long run, but I'm feeding you. No, flourishing means not only can I put food on the table for you, but I can put healthy, nutritional value food for you on the table. That's the same way. This lifestyle promotes that, right? This lifestyle helped me with that. So that's what I want to show all of us, especially people look like me, that you don't have to be just complacent with this one lifestyle. There's many different forms of life and many different forms of wealth. So great health is wealth, right? Spent family time, togetherness, that's wealth. It seems like as people, we got so far away. I think that's an American thing. We got so far away from family that, that's like, it's so, everything's so divided. All the families divided, um, and they promote that now. That's promoted in our society. Family ain't what you have, is what you build. And I understand that concept, because some of your family ain't no joke. Like, man, I don't want to be around some of my family members. I understand it, but you also had to think about it. That's the beauty of family, that we ain't got no choice. So if we needed each other, and I mean this, if we needed one another, like if we lived in an area, we needed one another. I don't have to necessarily like my uncle, but he just harvested a deer and I need some meat. You see what I'm saying? So I can go, man, let me get half of that deal, man. I help you clean it. Go ahead, get your half of that deal, nephew. You see what I'm saying? So the abundance of money, or the image of the abundance, because that's all we living in. We living in this simulation. It's an image of it, right? That the abundance of food. I always say this: there's not a lot of food available. It's just a lot of processed stuff available. When you go to the grocery store, if you cut out all the processed stuff, y'all, and get rid of all the frozen stuff and look at real food, how much, it's not much in there. It's not much real food in there. So American people have to eat all this. And I don't just think it's American. We have to eat all this fake processed food, because if the powers that be had to provide, the corporation had to provide actual whole foods for us, then it wouldn't be enough, And so, we have to learn how to hunt again and fish again, type of stuff. I just ate some tilapia, right? I know we don't eat tilapia, because we conscious, but I eat tilapia. I just ate some tilapia, fresh tilapia. Somebody told me, said, Larry, tilapia, man-made. I said, nah, you can go catch tilapia. Like, nah, for real, you can go catch. No, that's man-made. You never seen a tilapia swimming in the stream. No, they in the river, man. You can go catch them tilapia, like straight up. We can take a trip down to Florida. They evasive, so you can catch them with a net. So somebody had some fresh tilapia, right? Man, that tilapia was so good. It's not like that rubbery stuff you get out of Walmart, though. And I hate on Walmart because I need Walmart. Like, I slide up there, they got, whatever I'm lacking. I don't want to run Walmart out of town. You can get gas, diesel, gas, prescriptions, fishing lures, everything up in Walmart. Like, all my oil. So shout out to Walmart. But they got some rubbery tilapia up in there. You get what I'm saying? That frozen stuff. So I've been eating some fresh tilapia. Oh my goodness. That tilapia, I don't care what nobody say. That tilapia to me. So I bought some red snapper and I bought some tilapia. That tilapia was better than that red snapper. Don't cut my head off. Don't cut my head off. It was to me. It was to me. I rather had a tilapia, But anyway, Melissa says she need to pick her tomatoes. Yeah, you better get them tomatoes. Y'all hear me? Hey, Melissa, you better get them tomatoes. Hey, you ain't gonna have no tomatoes in the fall now. You better get them tomatoes. Ain't nothing like a fresh vine ripened tomato. I grew some cherry tomatoes this year, y'all. And let me tell you something. Those were the best tomatoes I ever had in my life. And I mean that. They were sweet. They were good. They had a flavor that I've never tasted before. Yeah. So anybody who, if you haven't grown a garden or eaten fresh out of a garden, once you decide to make that change, even if you just buying food from somebody who grow it, not these people who sell it. There's a big difference, right? What I noticed what I've learned is even people who show up to farmers markets every week, that don't mean they grew that stuff. That don't mean they grew that stuff. They can go buy boxes of it at a discount and pull up and wash them up and act like they selling it. So unless you know without a shadow of a doubt these jokers are selling that stuff, don't take it for granted just because they showing up at a farmer's market that they growing it. Like, you can't trust people when money involved. You really can't, because people will do anything for money. So if you haven't eaten fresh grown vegetables, like my Caribbean people, what they say, vegetables, how they pronounce it, they put that extra, that vegetables, like they put that extra. All the Caribbean people know what I'm talking about. Oh, Shannon, that's my our granddaughter 7 mama. But I always say vegetables, Shane. You know what I mean? She vegetables, they pronounce it so. But if you ain't never ate those, that you're in for a treat, because they taste way different than the store. So pick those tomatoes, Melissa. So hold on. Yeah, let me see. Mary, thank you. So G-Mom Groves said it takes about 110 to 120 days for Japanese sweet potatoes. So I'm literally still a little ways out with that, because I planted all this stuff in April, May. So April, yeah. No, it was May. It was end of May, because they wasn't available to the end of May. I pre-ordered them. I had some that died out, and then I had to get reimbursed. So they sent me some more. So them jokers ain't been in the ground, but we almost there though. About 90 days. They've been in the ground 90. So I still got another month to go, right? So mid to late September, I should be getting ready to harvest those potatoes. So thank you for that, G-Mom. Yeah. So hold on. How am I posting? My wife on my page posting. How am I posting on Amen Somebody Unearthing My Shoes experience? Like, hey, I just looked up Larry Brown posted it. My bad. Yeah, that's my wife experience, y'all. She, check it out. She is literally booking up her 2027 experience right now. Yeah, it's amazing. Now I'm just telling you. Yeah. And what I like about what she doing is intimate. You're not gonna get lost in the fray. Like, you're not gonna get lost in the numbers. If you ever been to a convention, you just get a lathe, a shirt, maybe a bag to prove you was there, but it's not really an intimate time with the leaders, or intimate time with, they may have small groups, etc. But my wife putting together something intimate, and that's cool, because I think that's what we need. People want and experience. They want personal. They want to feel. They want to know it's real, because so many people are hurting. And so many people want to feel the Lord in their life, not just hear about him. Because I think that's the big thing, right? We go and we hear about him all the time, but you got so many people that ain't never felt the goodness of the Lord in their life. They haven't, man. They don't know. They don't know. I'm telling you, you can tell them all about the goodness of the Lord. You can tell them how God been good to you. You can tell them about this, that, and the third, but they have no personal experience with the Lord. They don't, right? I'm at the stage of my life and my walk where I know it's all gonna work out, regardless of what. I just know it's gonna work out. I'm not stressing over nothing that belongs to the Lord. Like, that's stupid. Like, why am I can't control that. So why am I worried about that? Right? We got to stop doing that, because what happens is you in direct opposition with the Lord at that point. Like, when you're trying to be the control, right? You're trying to change it and control it. Then that means you saying, I'm God. That's what you're saying. No, I'm the Lord. That's what you're saying. No. I'm taking it from you and I want to do it. You see? And the truth of the matter is, it's so much in this world that we can't control. Like, we can't control it, the globe, like gravity. Let's just get down to science. They say gravity. Like, you can't control that. Right? We can't control if a tornado come through. Somebody just posted right here. Rosie said a tornado came through Wednesday. Like, we can't control that, right? You can sound an alarm, you can blow a horn, you could build a bomb shelter, but you can't control that. So it's too much in our lives for us that we can't control. And I feel like all the stuff that we can't control is evidence. That's evidence that it's something higher and greater than us. It's too much for us. So man try to explain the unexplainable. Man try to tell you that this, that, and the third, but they cannot stop the waves from coming in. When a tsunami come in, I don't care how educated a person is, they cannot stop it. They can issue a warning. They can say, hey, be careful, it's coming. But man has not figured out how to stop it yet. I just seen this week where it was an earthquake in Colombia, right? And that earthquake impacted the wealthy and it impacted the poor. It impacted everybody, the government officials. It impacted the people who thought they was above and the people who felt like they were below, right? Man cannot stop an earthquake, but man still is denying the high power of God. You get what I'm saying? So what I've learned is some things in our lives that we just not going to be able to control. That's why they say the battle is not mine, it's the Lord's. You get me? So that's why when God say vengeance is his, that's why you never respond out of revenge. Like, if somebody do something to you, you don't respond. The best thing for you to do is just say the Lord got it, and the way he do it is for real. All right. So I've learned that it's too many things in my life that I can't control for me to feel like I'm the ultimate power. Right? You know, you got so many educated people now who swear about this and swear about that, but you can't stop a wave from drowning out 100,000 people. You can't stop an earthquake from killing out 20. You know, you can't stop that. But we're so educated now. You ain't figured out a way to cure cancer. You can't even, you know, like, too many people are falling off the face, and maybe they know. I don't know. You know, maybe I don't know. But it's too many things that we can't control. So what I've learned is it's gonna work out. That's my new thing. I stop stressing about it. And I just want to encourage you to do the same thing, man. Let that go. Don't worry yourself to death about stuff you can't control, man. South Carolina, Wanda. What's up, Wanda? I've seen your name pop up so many times before. Hold on, man. Larry Brown posting. Hey, she all on my page. Typical August temps. Yeah, it's rough down here. So Mary Harris, Samantha said, yeah, Mary said, I love the country. I was born and raised. I stayed with my grandmother. I stayed with my grandmama. They had pigs, chickens, and she had a garden. You hear what I'm saying? Yeah, that's the way to grow up. Nicole said, Macon here. Love y'all videos. Shout out to Macon. For real, Macon. What's going on, man? Hey, no, anytime. My wife said, thank you back. No, anytime. What you mean? It's no I in team, right? I enjoy to see your progress. So as you build, I'm gonna applaud you. Like, no, I want to help you win, because that takes a lot to do that. Like, it takes a lot to build something from scratch. People who've never built anything from scratch think it's easier than what it is. And then after you build it, you hope people will receive it. So even though you've built it, don't mean it's going to be received. So building is the first part of it. Selling it is the next part of it. And then pulling it off is you see what I'm saying? And then being able, that's why I always told you, make sure and this for anybody, not just my wife, make sure you create something that's easily duplicatable. If you can't duplicate it, then that means you can't do it over and over again. So when you put your time and effort into something, and you put your time and effort into it, and it becomes a success, right? You need to document it, all that stuff, so you can easily duplicate your success. The last thing you want is the best recipe, the eat the cake. Everybody say, but it's the best piece of cake I ever had, but you can't duplicate it. You, in your mind, you can. You say, this is what you say. Oh, I can make those over again, but they never taste the same, because you did not document your process. You did not write it down. You did not document it. So it's hard to duplicate that success. So that's why I'm always pushing for that. And that's for anybody, man. If you want to do anything big, or you trying to do something, make sure you document it so you can duplicate it. If you don't document it, it's hard to duplicate the success. You just on a wing. All right, let's keep going, man. Miriam, she said, "How I would love to visit your place. Can we set something up?" Not yet, Miriam. Not yet, man. I got a gazillion people trying to come down here. So now ain't the time. I'm still building something out. I want to do the chicken processing. We still working on that. And in the midst of doing all that, I got to do everything else. So a lot of this stuff I want to do take money, so we got to constantly generate and then invest back into it. So when I ain't doing anything, I'm generating. I'm trying to generate. So whether it's I'm working on the business, working on the products, or working on something, I'm doing something, trying to generate. And once we get to the point where we've generated and we can invest back into it, then I can say, okay, now I got something for you to come down here and see. I got you something that you could come down and be a part of. Did anybody on here take advantage of it? Okay, it's active. I'm just making sure it's active. Not pressure you to buy anything. I want to make sure that you actually are. Okay, yeah. So a couple of y'all took advantage of the 20% off. Okay, yeah, y'all have. I just want to make sure that you're taking advantage of it, but it's out, it's active. All right. But let me keep going, man. Hey, Latoya, how you doing? Terry asked me, do I sell goat milk and goat cheese from Anderson, Alabama? Shout out to Anderson, Alabama. I actually been there. Ain't Terrell Owens from down? I think Terrell Owens from Anderson. I've been down there. I went down there. No, I went to Alexander City. That's why I was at Alexander City, Alabama. Now I don't think I've been to Anderson. No, I don't sell goat milk and goat cheese. No, I don't do that. I sell goat meat. So I just dropped off a bunch of goats yesterday. And this time I'm gonna get a lot of goat sausage and a lot of ground goat, and then I'm gonna get some chops, right? Some cuts. And I'm gonna keep some for myself, but I'm also gonna offer some to people to sell. But yeah, I don't do the milk and the cheese. That ain't my thing. I don't even eat cheese. I don't even do dairy, period. Like, the only dairy you may get me to eat is butter. I found out I was getting these headaches and I didn't know what it was. Kind of found out, y'all, the cheese. It was the cheese. Yeah. And the only reason I figured that out, I was over there talking to my grandma. I was talking to my grandma, and she was talking to me, and I be listening to what she be saying. And she was telling me that my auntie was having these problems with her head and her sinuses. And she said my auntie figured out that it was the cheese. I think my auntie got all these tests and everything, and she finally figured out that it was the cheese, the dairy, and all that stuff. I don't even know if it was dairy or if it was just the cheese that was causing it. So I told my wife, I said, you know what? I think that may be what's wrong with me. So I started paying attention to my diet. And Mia had cooked some macaroni and cheese one day. We was at my mother-in-law house, and she wanted me to taste it. She was like, so I stopped eating cheese. So I hadn't had a headache. So Mia was like, I want you to taste my macaroni and cheese. Let me know what it tastes like. I said, all right, cool. So I'm gonna try it. Ate it. I said, man, it's good. You did good with it. Woke up, head with her. I said, that's what it is, the cheese. I haven't had any problem. So I don't fool with no form of cheese, no form of milk, none of that. The only dairy I'm gonna eat is probably some butter. That's it. Hey, Latoya, how you doing? Hello, Sarah Stallings Walker. Hello, Larry, and hope you're doing well in Rockmont, North Carolina. I am blessed and highly favored. You hear what I'm saying? Doing great. God is a provider. He's a holder. He's a restorer, right? He'll provide for us. He'll hold us, and he even return what was lost to us. Y'all hear me? Yeah. So yeah, I'm doing great. Amen, Samantha. Yes. Sharon. Hey, Miss Teresa, Mr. Larry, love your daily videos. Thank you. We try to keep them up. That's a job. Hey, well, a lot of people don't really understand how much work goes into putting out videos every day. and putting out multiple videos every day. You really gotta love it. It's a lot of work going into that. It really do. And I can only imagine the people who do it at a higher level. Like you see some of these people doing like great production type videos, and they be down to one time a week, because it takes so much to create it. But I feel like you guys just want to see something. So daily, I try to put something out daily, 2-3 times a day. Got some texts. I may do a lot of stories. Instagram, I only post one time, maybe one time every 3 days, stuff like that. Yeah, I do that on Instagram. But YouTube, we pumping on YouTube like crazy too. I got 2 YouTube channels, one with my wife, one by myself. My wife got one else. We got the Hood to Homestead, and she got one, Teresa Wright Brown. Then I got the Larry B. Jr. YouTube as well. TikTok, I kind of feel by the wayside on TikTok. I ain't really posting on there too much. I just, it's all right. I think I got about 40K on there. But yeah, I kind of feel out a little with TikTok. Better say yes. Say it for the pain. People in the back. Hold on. Oh, say it for the pain back. The back in your back. Okay. Hey, Larry, watching you from Rosedale, Mississippi. What going on? Alma. Appreciate you, Alma, for watching me. Tina, let them know. Yes, I will. Yes, say it for the people in the back. Okay, Betty, you came back and fixed that, my sister. Dolly, amen. Donald, amen. Somebody. Marguerite, Jen, love watching you and your wife on the phone. Thank you so much for watching. Anthony Brown, I need them regular names like Anthony. Like look, just like I got that. You know what I'm saying? Anthony. The way y'all look and take care of each other. Well, I love my wife. That's my wife. We've been together a long time, man. We've been together. Me and my wife been together in the trenches. Let me tell y'all something. When my wife first met me, I had jig out. I ain't have a pot nor a window. Like, I ain't have a pot nor a window, y'all. I had a black bag, a black trash bag. Let me tell you the story. You want to hear the story? Let me tell you. So, I was ripping and running in Tennessee. I got myself locked up. I got out in 2004, September the 14th, 2004. My grandmama and granddaddy, OGs, love them to death, came up there and got me. I had some warrants down in Georgia, so I wasn't expecting to get out. So I was kind of telling them, I don't know if y'all should come. I'm keeping asking my counselor, like, do I got a hold? No, Larry, you don't have no hold. No, Brown, you don't have no hold. Do I have a hold? No, you don't have a hold. So I'm thinking, and the whole basically for all my people who don't know, that's basically when you're not going to be released from prison, but you got to go to another facility. So I'm expecting to have to go to another facility because I know I was on probation or whatever. So, shoot, they was like, no, you don't have a hold. So the morning I was released, it took a long time. I mean, I'm thinking maybe I got a hold and they ain't tell me because they do what's called an NCIC before they let you go. So I'm still on the compound walking around. I'm like, if my grandmama them there yet? Yeah, no, they ain't here yet. So I'm thinking they finna lock me up and take me to somewhere else. But shoot, them folks let me out. They told me, Brown, come on, they down here. I run up out of there. Grandmama and granddaddy them. I jump in the car with them, man. Y'all go. Granddaddy, I was like, Granddaddy, let go. Granddaddy hit it. He was still in good health then. You see what I'm saying? Granddaddy was still in good health. It's 2004. He was still in good health, man. He a big man. He had a 96 Impala. So he pull out. We gone. I had my nephew Christopher in the car. Grandmama in the back seat. I'm in the passenger seat. Granddaddy driving. So we coming back. Hurricane. It was a hurricane hit Michael or something. So we coming back from Tennessee. I'm in Pikeville, Tennessee. So we coming back from Tennessee, riding down the freeway. It's a hurricane, the remnants of the hurricane. I mean, it's bad, y'all. It's raining like crazy. Granddaddy driving. And I remember, I never forget, I was scared in the front seat because I hadn't rolled in the front. I was like, Granddaddy. He was like, no, you just ain't rolled in no car in a long time. Like, I'll never forget Granddaddy said that. I was like, Granddaddy, you need to slow down, man. He said, nah, you just ain't rolled in no car in a long time. That was wrong with you. Just give yourself a minute. You'll get back right. Granddaddy was a gangster. I didn't know that until he got older. But so we coming back, it's raining, it's storming. I think it was Hurricane Michael or something like that. I can't remember what it was. I had to look it up, 2004. So we get back to Atlanta. I go over my grandma and granddaddy house that night with my nephew, slept with my nephew. From that point, I want to stay with my sister Tamika, but then I want to end up staying with my younger sister Kim. And that's how I met my wife. I was over there one night. my auntie Tam called me. They worked together, and she was like, what you doing? I ain't doing it. She said, y'all want to play some cards? I was like, yo, let's do it. So she said, I said, I don't have no partner. Kim ain't here. So she said, I get somebody for you to play with. That's what Tam said. Cause she was like, what you doing? I ain't no name. She was like, I'm gonna come over there. You want to play cards? Yeah. I said, Kim ain't here, so I ain't got nobody to be a partner. She said, I got somebody. So she hollered at my wife, brought my wife with her. We got to kicking it. And that's how we met each other that night. And she was cool. I'm cool. She was doing way better than me now. Hold on now. I jig got out. I'm jigging out. I think I might have met her. It was Thanksgiving. So I had been out maybe 2 months. I was working at the pie factory. I had a job in Atlanta working at the Edwards Pie Factory over there by Edgewood, California train station. And while you playing it, making pies is surprisingly difficult work. Like for real. I'm making pies. So I was trying to get my forklift license so I don't have to make pies no more. I'm just trying to do the right thing. Streets calling me though, man. I got cousins, people trying to call me. They calling me. Because that's all I had ever did to that point. So I met my wife and we got to talking and everything. And I never forget, I'm trying to get to McDonald's to get my doggone forklift license. Like because I'm trying to get my forklift. I ain't have nobody because everybody had to be to work. And she told me, she said, hey, you can use my car. I'm like, what? Yes. So she let me use her car to go get the forklift. Like that, I knew she was a rock star. I like, this a rock star right here. This a woman because she want to help me. Don't even really know me. She don't even know me, but she just let me use the car. Like you hear what I'm saying? I could have just used the car, got my forklift life, and never talked to her again. So my wife has been I was broke. Like my wife got paid on the 15th and the 31st forever. She worked a state job. She got paid on the 15th and the 31st. My whole life revolved around the 15th and 31st for probably about, I'm gonna say conservatively, maybe the first 10 years of our marriage. I'd be flexing if I told you 2000 and maybe a little bit less, right? So it might have been 8 years. For the first 7, 8 years of our marriage, my life depended on the 15th and 31st. And to have somebody who not trying to make you feel bad because you broke, you know. But another thing about my wife, that she always helped me with, my wife was the first woman I had ever been with who told me no. I was a street dude, and my only alternative, like I know a lot of y'all can't see that now, because God did me like the 3 Hebrew boys, and I was in the fire, and now I'm out, and I ain't got even the remnants of smoke on me, right? But I was a street dude, right? And all the people I dealt with, they helped, they promoted that. Like they really encouraged me to be a street dude. Like I'm not playing. Like the people I was with but we gotta get some money. Like we gotta hit a lick, but we gotta go make some money. So I remember when times got tough, I'm sitting there talking to my wife because I got cousins I can call right now and get to work. And that was just drugs, but we call it the work. So I can get to work right now. I can call cuz right now and get to work, like for real, and hit the highway and go up the highway. My wife was the only person ever to date that told me no. She was like, no, we don't need to do that. Like, you don't need to do that. Like, no. And then she was like, well, if you do that, you can't be with me. You see what I'm saying? And I appreciate that because, excuse me, it wasn't the fact that I couldn't be with her or nothing. But I remember being in prison. I told myself, and this was for real, I need a new group of friends. Number one, when I was gone, none of them kept up with me. The girl I was with, she gone on, lying. All my quote unquote friends, they gone. I don't hear nothing from them. They not making sure I got money. Cause if I fool with you, if you gone, I'm gonna make sure you at least got money. I don't care if it's like I got a cuz right now, been locked up since 1999. I make sure he's straight. Even if it's just me accepting a phone call just to see how he doing, just talking, I couldn't just abandon him like that. I love him. I couldn't abandon him. But everybody who was in my life up until that point, they abandoned me. So while I was in prison, I told myself, this is no joke. Hey man, you need a new group of people to be around. You need to pick women better. You're not picking right. You're picking the wrong type of people. So when I got out, I was committed to picking good people. Like even right now today, that's my goal. If you ever notice, it's not a lot of people that be around me. I don't keep people around me because I'm trying to figure out if you're a good person. I know what your mouth's saying. I know because I may have something to offer you in this moment. You feel like, you'll kind of kiss up to me, but I don't know if you good or not. So I'm not going to just be fooling with you like that because I have been burnt by people. You get me? So I'm out now. I'm looking for good people. So my wife was one of the good people. Out of all the people I met in my life, she one of the best people I met in my life. Stood by my side. And even after this, I'm gonna show you this another part of the story. So I'm getting out. I remember I told y'all about the warrants I had, and I knew I had warrants. No joke, man. I was a criminal. Like, this is not no flex, no brag. Like, yes, I was a criminal. So I had warrants. I didn't know what happened with the warrants. I thought the warrants just disappeared. Like, do they disappear after a while? Like, I don't know. So the reason why I ran to Tennessee is I was on the run. I was running from something. So one day we riding in her car. We get pulled over. Police ran the tag, took my ID. I had got my license back, ran my license, let me go. So I was like, oh, I'm going to be straight then. Because I was expecting to go to jail right then and there. They folks gonna lock me up, Nothing. On down the line, a knock on the door one day come. Boom, 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 boom. Who is it? The Cobb County Police. I'm a good, upstanding citizen at this point. Shoot, who y'all looking for? Because I'll point them out. You hear what I'm saying? Like, well, y'all need me to sign it. I'm an upright citizen at this point. Ex-offenders make the best citizens at some point because they hate criminals and they'll tell. They don't care. That's him right there. They not afraid of them because they done walk compounds and been in cells with them. They ain't scared of you. So the Cobb County knock on the door. I'm opening the door. What going on? You Larry Brown Jr.? Yeah, what going on? What I got to, you need me to come outside and point somebody out or something? What? Get me? Lock me up. I'm like, what the world? I said, man, what going on, man? I'll never forget this he was a young police officer. He was younger than me. Just a straight butthole. Wouldn't tell me, then talking smart to me. Just being a butthole. I'm like, I said, man, I ain't trying to be funny, man. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. You got warrants. He just talking to me crazy. And I remember the young guy, it was another young guy came to the window and rolled down the window. They let down the window. I said, man, y'all let the window down. It's a little hot, man. He let the window down. And I remember him coming to the window and talking to me like, he said, nah, man, he like, I understand, man. He was trying to let me know, man, like, I see you. Cause I done been in and out this stuff my whole life. I know how to treat the police. I know what happened if you buck on them. They're going to make it hard on you. So I know how to play this game, right? And if I'm going to the county, I done been here before. I know how to do this. I ain't going to make it no harder on myself than I need to be. Cause the first thing they going to do, handcuff you, hog tie you, drag you up in there, mace you, got you sitting up in there, eyes burning, looking stupid, got pepper spray. Why? When you going to jail anyway. So I know not to do that. So the young boy talking to me. In the midst of me being in the back of the police car, we done got this apartment. We're doing well. I'm working my barbershop job. I'm doing okay. Now, I was hurt because the dude who had the barbershop gave me a chance. He knew I had been in and out the joint, jail and stuff. He said, I'm going to give you a chance, because I normally don't, fool with people like you. And I respect that because he done had been stole before. He didn't, he had issues. So Dennis Mitchell, shout out to Dennis. He had Clippers Barbershop over off Candler Road, right? So Dennis, I was hurt, man. I'm like, dang. Like, one of the things I felt like, okay, I'm finna go back to jail. I'm probably going to prison. I'm finna leave my wife. We done got this apartment, but I know she get paid on the 15th and the 31st, so she can cover this. And Dennis, I was thinking about Dennis because I know he had gave me a chance, and most people didn't give me no chance, right? So I'm sitting in the back of the police car. My wife pull up, and she trying to figure out what's going on. She don't know if I done did something, and I'm like, I ain't did nothing. This old stuff. Cool. So they lock me up, take me to Cobb County. Take me to the Cobb County. I'm staying in the Cobb County. I can't really use the phone because they had me in a position. I was being held for Atlanta. I got to go to Fulton County. I'm just being held there. Cobb County ain't got anything to do with it. So now we sitting in the Cobb County waiting on Atlanta to come get me, right? I think I might have called her one time, but we were poor, man. Like, I think she had to go get a home phone. Yeah, we didn't have no home phone. I think she had to go get one, something like that. So I think the first person I always called is my dad. Like, that's what I always call. Cause me and my daddy had this unspoken rule. I would accept one collect call just to find out what's up and where you at. And after that, no more. So I hit him with the collect call. And I would hurt cause that hurt my heart because he had believed in me for the first time in a long time. My daddy believed in me. My daddy had gave me the money for my clippers. You see? And normally when I got locked up, he'd be like, well, you at it again, ain't you, killer? And I was like, yeah, man, I got to go down here. My dad had been in the joint before, right? So he knew how it went. So I was just talking to him. I talk to him. He'd be like, yeah, you got a little stretch going on there, handling your bed, But this time, it really bothered me because I really was trying. All right, so cool. I called my dad. Dang, I'll never forget that feeling, man. I feel bad, y'all. And I ain't up until that point, I didn't care. And he was like, "What you do?" I'm like, "Dad, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I ain't do nothing." He was like, "No, you did something." I said, "Look, this all that old stuff I had when I went to Tennessee." And I could tell he didn't believe me because he ain't never believed me. All I did was lie and was a criminal, act like I wasn't selling dope, and I was up until that point. And he was like, "Well, all right, killer, just take it easy," type stuff. Because he had been through that so much. I was so hurt. And I expected my wife to leave me because everybody up until that point left me. They left me. When I got locked up, the best thing could happen with me to get my clothes. If you ever see Lois commenting on here, I got my cousin's ex-wife named Lois. Her name Johnny Freeman. You may see her comment on here, especially on YouTube. She was one of the people out of all my life, out of my whole entire life. It's two people who did this for me. I got locked up in Atlanta and I had to go to a PDC. I was gone for 13 months. Johnny put my clothes. He didn't throw my clothes away. Lois kept my clothes in her closet, in her front of her house. And when I got out, I had all them clothes. Just to have some clothes to put on your back when you get out of jail is big, right? Linda Joe in Chattanooga. She passed on. Linda Joe was another one. She didn't let nobody take my stuff. And I had some expensive stuff. She fought for my stuff, kept my stuff. And when I got out, I had clothes. I couldn't fit them, but I could wear my shoes, though. So I had shoes, right? So my expectation was everybody to leave me. All right. So I think my wife went and got a phone. So I think I was finally able to call. I think I was able to call when I got to Rice Street. That's Atlanta. That's Fulton County Jail. So when I got to Rice Street, I think I was finally able to call, right? So, all right, cool. I'm expecting everybody to leave me. It is what it is. This how I go. I was hurt, though. I was hurt. And when I finally was able to call her, she coming up with ideas and plans. Like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna talk to these people. I'm like, what? Like, nobody has ever tried to help me get out of jail. Nobody up until that point. Because she know I was trying. My expectation, my granddaddy was like, well, he had it again. Um, my grandma, she just loved me. You know how your grandma is. Grandma, she riding. Like, it don't matter. Grandma riding, she riding, buddy. Like, that's my grandson. She riding. But my wife was trying to figure out how to get me out. And I'm on Rice Street. Case got dismissed. So I'm in the back. One case got dismissed. I had a charge that the statute of limitation had expired on because that's why I ran to Chattanooga. So they let me go on that one, but I had two cases, so I had to wait on an old drug offense I had. Now, this is when I knew my wife was the one for real. I'm in the back, right? They called me up. I got a public defender. Shout out to the public defender. I don't care what nobody say. People hate on public defender. But a public defender sometimes can get you pretty much the same thing a paid lawyer can get you. I know that for a fact. So I've had to go on. I had a blind public defender one time. I'll tell that story some other time. They gave me a blind public defender in Red Bank, Tennessee on a drug offense. It's crazy. So I'm in the back. I'm on Rice Street. So I'm on the back. They bring me to the court. I got this drug offense that I need to answer for because I had been indicted and I ran off, right? I'm in the back. The public defender coming in, talk to me. He say, okay, look, I've been talking to your wife. I was able to talk to the judge. Your wife showed where you had been in prison for the last 4 years. I said, okay, yeah, I've been in prison. She said, well, your wife was able to show that you've been in prison, or she talked and told them you had been in prison for the last 4 years. I said, yeah, I've been in prison. She said, okay, the judge is willing to suspend your sentence since you already been locked up and you proven that you've been locked up. I said, what? The lady was like, yeah, they're going to suspend it today. I was like, what? She said, yeah, they're going to suspend it. I said, yes. She said, that's if you want to take it. I said, absolutely, I want to take it. Them folks walked me in the court, walked me up to talk to the judge. The judge suspended the sentence. I got the 5-year sentence, but since I had proved I had been arrested and in custody, what my wife did, I didn't prove. I can't prove them from the county jail. They suspended it. All right, now cool. Now listen, now she riding now. All right, cool. So I gotta go deal with the probation violation. They finna revocate my probation down in Morgan County, Georgia. I had a probation from 1995. I caught when I was about 17. And I had to go deal with it. So I went to DeKalb County, I went to Wright Street, and I had to leave there and go to the Morgan County jail, little country town. So they take me down to Morgan County. I got to deal with the probation violation. And you know how I go. If you ever been on probation, you know, it's easier for them to revoke you and just send you on to the joint. So they saying I'm going to get revoked. My wife said, yeah, they saying you're going to get revoked, but I got to talk to the supervisor. I'm telling my wife is campaigning. Listen, I'm on the phone calling her. The air conditioner unit done went out at the house. She thugging it out, fighting it. Ain't no complaints. I'm going to get you here. Cool. All right. She said, I talked to your probation officer and they pretty much saying, you know, they're gonna revocate your probation. You got to go. I was like, it's all right. Because if I just go for the probation, it's a theft by receiving charge. I'm going to get out and diagnosis. They're going to give me a normal. They're going to let me out and diagnosis. They're not going to take up no bed space for this old probation. So I'm in my mind, I'm preparing to go do that, right? So she said, nah, I got to talk to the supervisor. So my wife done pushed back on the probation, talked to the supervisor, done got the supervisor to agree that if she give her the balance of the money that I owe on probation, them folks will let me off probation. Listen, I called my wife. My wife said, I talked to the supervisor. I'm in the county now. I talked to the supervisor. She agreed that you owe $1,500. That if I could pay her $1,500, they'll let you off probation. I said, yeah, but that's tough. She said, I'm calling them. She said, your daddy done already agreed to give you. She calling my folks for me. You hear what I'm saying? My wife calling around my folks for me, borrowing money from my folks. She done made my daddy believe, because my daddy ain't never believed me. My daddy talking to my wife. Now he realized, oh, I don't think he really did any time. Like my daddy tripping, like he got somebody pulling for him. My daddy gives some money. Like he already real dude, man. Like he's a real dude. He was hard on me, but he was a real one, man. He was hard on me because he expected more out of me. But bro was real. Like, and if you got somebody like that in your life, I know they get on your nerve. You don't like to hear what they got to say, but that man, when I needed him, that man will always show up. I'm telling you, and I love him for that, and I wish I had him here today, but I don't, all right? But that man showed up for me so many times, y'all, and this was one of the times. My wife get paid on the 15th and the 31st, no? Boom. The 15th comes. She said, when I get my check on the 15th, I got this much, and your daddy done agreed to give that much. We'll have enough to pay the probation. All right, cool. Now I'm in the county, getting ready to do the county stuff. I done been down in this little country town county for a little bit now. Not no little bit. I stayed out of 30 days, right? So I probably had been in that country town probably about 2 days. About 2 days. This ain't never happened to me before. Ever. I'm in there. I'm calling her. She like, yeah, I'm going to handle it. Blah, blah, blah. All right, cool. So I'm in there walking around. About to have to fight this young boy. I can already tell I'm finna have to fight him. I already know, I can just see he want to try me, you know. So I'm already preparing in my mind how we're gonna handle it, you know. Been here before. He checking me out. I'm on the phone. He looking at him back like, what, you know? And he look off, but he finna try me. It is what it is. I'm in the shower. My wife told me, she said, I'm gonna go pay the money today. I said, all right, cool. So I jump up, get in the shower. I'm expecting to like, hey, like maybe I'm gonna leave. Remember, this ain't never happened to me before. Cause every time I got locked up, everybody left me. Nobody gave me money. Nobody made sure I had money on my books. Nobody made sure, man. When I was in Tennessee, they let us have TVs. They did. They let us have these little TVs in our cells, right? I could not get nobody. Kim did, and my buddy Greg did. My little sister. Kim done got a TV with a VCR on it. See, like what movies I'm gonna watch, Kim? But she was young. She ain't know no better. But I couldn't get nobody to send me a $85 TV. Now, out of all the people I had help, I mean, my buddy Greg, he did the best he could do, but he ain't had no money. Kim, my little sister, I couldn't get nobody to do that. So my expectation was when I was incarcerated, people gonna always leave me. But my wife decided that she wasn't gonna leave me. Took me 30 days to get out of it. I'm in the shower, right? I'm in a bathing. I'm like, okay, maybe I'm finna leave. You get it? Maybe I'm about to get out. Brown, what? When they tell you this right here, time to go. pack it up, roll it up, right? All right, man, I'm about to get out, man. I'm talking about I'm on Wright Street. I went to the Cab County Jail, went on Wright Street. They had me on 6 South 500, 6 South 500, and the 6th floor on Wright Street. Everybody going to prison. It's nobody getting out up there. When I was on the 6th floor, but these are the people I had been around so long. I had rabbit, like I done ran, I didn't escape. I got escape on my jacket, you know. So I had a red jumpsuit soon as I got there. Soon as I got in there, I'm not getting no orange jumpsuit. I'm getting a red jumpsuit. I got a violent offense I got to deal with, and a drug offense that I got to deal with. But it's a violent offense, and I got to escape on my record. So I got a red jumpsuit from the time I got in there and a red wristband. So everybody in here going to prison. I was on my cellie. My cellie, well, the cellie is the person you be in the cell with. My cellie is a serial rapist. I probably shouldn't say that on live, but he was a serial rapist on the west side of Atlanta. He was HIV positive, giving girls HIV straight up, man. This is the dude I'm in the cell with, right? And you know, I talked to him and stuff like, man, I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with you. Like, you know, he was throwed off. But what happened was with him, somebody had gave it to him, and his goal was to give it out to people. That's what he was doing. And he had a wife with children and everything, and he didn't even tell her he was positive. That was crazy, man. So, you know, I'm going through all this stuff. My expectation, everybody gonna leave me, and I got to get back to what I know, survival, right? My wife stood by my side. Pack it up, Brown. I'm in Morgan County Jail. I roll it up. I fall up out of there. I'm gone. They called me to the front. I never forget. She called me, the little lady called me to the front. Gas prices was this old, what it was, 05. I think it was 05, right? Gas prices higher than, you know, for us at that time, gas prices were ridiculous. So I'll never forget the lady say, you better thank that lady. Not only did she get you out, but she drove all the way down here, high these gas prices. This the lady in the thing booking me, get me out. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna thank her. All right, I'm trying to get out the door. Just like pop the door, right? So we popped the door. I'm out. It took me 30 days to deal with that. But it was going through that I realized I'm gonna stay with this lady. Cause she got my back for real. All these folks in the street that I done met, all these people who may be my type, because that's what people kill me about, my type, right? But your type ain't got your back. Like the person you keep choosing are the people who gonna leave you when you in your worst shape. And hopefully we never get to the point where we in our worst shape. But for me, I want to have me somebody knowing that if I just happen to have a car crash or something, because you can't control that. Somebody speeding, boom, hit you. And next thing you know, I'm in a wheelchair, this person will be by my side. I think we choose for too many superficial things. He got money, she fine, or she got money and he fine, right? The superficial stuff, right? But worst come to worst, people leave. If you ever want to see the reality of life, I've said this before and I will say it again. Go visit a nursing home. Go visit a nursing facility where people need help. Go visit those and see how people are just being thrown away in those facilities. I'm telling you, man. I mean, people who, young folks who just had to have strokes and they all like this and they can't move. Nobody want to take care of them. Nobody can. And they laying up in there with diapers on and stuff, and people don't even come visit them. Out of sight, out of mind. You get what I'm saying? So me personally, been through some of the worst stuff, haven't been all alone, and all the people I have handpicked for my life, I cherry picked all those people for my life, eventually left me at some point. They left me. All right. They all abandoned me. They were gone. When times got tough, they didn't stick by my side. And the only one person who ever stuck by my side through all that is my wife. Now, my sisters, of course, they'll answer the phone, you know, especially Tamika. She gonna answer the phone. My older sister Tamika gonna answer the phone. Like she gonna do the three-way all day. You just know not to run her phone bill up and know not she gonna do her bare. She gonna be there. I ain't gonna say the bare minimum, but she gonna do her thing. But everybody else gone. Grandmama and Tamika was the people I could call. Dad, I probably could call him one time. My stepmama Jackie. Shout out to Jackie. No, I'm finna lie on that lady, and I'll be lying on that lady. She gone now. My stepmama Jackie. I'm sorry. Lord knows I wasn't trying to forget her. I was in Patros, Tennessee. That lady helped me through some stuff. I was in Patros, Tennessee, Brescia Mountain, in the mountains of Tennessee, locked up at a diagnostic center up there. And woo, that was a tough time right there. And I would come out at 5:30 in the morning. We were locked up 23-1 at this camp, y'all. 23 hours of the day, and we only came out 1 hour a day for rec, and then they gave us 15 minutes for showers. That was tough. That was tough. My stepmama, Jackie, she would accept my call and talk to me in the morning time on her. She was finna get ready to go to work, and she told me I could call. Say, you just call. I talk to your daddy. Don't worry about it. Just call. Because my daddy went with that. And that was some tough time. Shout out to Jackie. She passed on. But I remember talking to her early in the morning and just her just talking to me and just not lecturing me, just telling me about what everybody was doing and just didn't leave me. Shout out to Jackie. Linda Joe was good, but everybody else was going about their business. So when I got out of jail, my thing was to make sure I surrounded myself with the kind of people who were totally opposite of the people that I was with before I left. So I had a lot of people who were using me for what I could do. And it wasn't just money. I had connections. I knew the plug. Like, if you know that talk, you know that talk. I knew the person who had it. So I knew where to go get it at. So everybody was my friend because that dude know the dude, right? You know, I had family members who were big time. I had family members that were big, and they just happened to be my family members. So they all treated me a certain way because I knew they couldn't talk to him because he went fool with them, but I knew that these were my folks, that I knew him, that he was my folks, and he fooled with me. So everybody was my buddy. But as soon as I wasn't a resource to them anymore, they all abandoned and left me. So I laid up in there thinking about that 4 years, 2 months, thinking about that. And I made and committed myself. Not on when I say I made myself do it, but I also committed myself to when I got out, I was gonna find better people, different people. And what I learned is the person who best for you may not be exactly what you want in this season right now. Straight up. It's gonna always be an obstacle to it. It is. But you gotta pay attention to what's most important. And what's most important is my wife did not abandon me in my time. And she didn't know me long enough to be riding with me on no jail stuff, putting her check on the line to help get me out. Like, she didn't know me long enough for that. You get what I'm saying? She could have easily been like, I'm gone. Like, nah, I'm all right on that. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't got time for no jailbird, you know. And I would have respected it, you know. That's just understood. Cause all my family members was like, oh, he down there again. I remember my granddaddy wouldn't believe. Then I said, I would tell him, say, nah, granddad, this old stuff. And grandmama, you know, she riding. It is old. What he says old is old. You see what I'm saying? But that time I wasn't lying. So that's how I knew who I was with. So when you talk about my wife and how we support each other, we done been through some stuff, you know, a lot. You know, we done been through all kind of stuff. And she always supported me, whether I had a job or not, whether because I was trying. So I never been a dude who just laying at home, not trying to make my way. I never been that dude. Like, I just didn't know enough of the right way. That was my thing. Like, I knew how to jump in the streets, right? I knew how to go make some money. That's what I knew. I knew how to go do that. That was my thing. I was an expert at that, right? I just knew how to go make some money. But now you telling me that I gotta go get a job, then I'm gonna work this job and I'm only gonna make a few dollars. You know, I'll never forget when I got a paycheck. I'm just looking at that check like, what? You know, like this nothing. But I had to commit myself. Okay, I'm gonna get me a bus pass for 30 days, and I'm just gonna scrape and put my little $150 to the side after I get done with that, you know. But that's how come me and my wife, she riding with me. Sharon asking a question that I'm going to answer. Sharon said, Larry, during the time when you decided to change your life after experience when you heard your friend said you started reading books with your mind made up about farming, then absolutely not. Absolutely not. So let me tell you what happened. So when I decided to change my life, I started immersing myself in all different types of things, right? I started reading a lot, right? Farming was just a dream. Yeah, I truthfully, if you was to ask me, I knew one day I would. Like, because But right now, I didn't have enough faith in the Lord to know that He was already showing me where He was gonna take us. Right. I didn't have enough faith in Him to know that, right? Now I do. So I got a glimpse of, I ain't gonna put it out there because that's the Lord's work. I got a glimpse of what happens after this already. I knew we were gonna one day do this, but I just didn't have enough faith to know we were gonna one day do this. Like, it's a big story, it's a big thing of dreaming about something, but to actually pull it off one day, like I walk out there now, taking care of animals every day. I would have never thought, man. I'm a dude from Atlanta, Georgia, born in Greater Hospital, raised up in the inner city. I ain't never thought I'd be out here giving no goat no wormer. Like, I'm trying to figure out how to get rid of barber pole worms and goats. Like, I never thought that. Now, did I want that to happen? Absolutely. Did I dream for that to happen? Absolutely. But what happened, Sharon, was when we sold our house back in 2021 and we had the money. Another wife moment. That's all I could tell you. We were looking for a property we wanted to buy something cash. And the reason why, because we didn't want to have the responsibility of having to worry about paying a mortgage every month. And the reason why is because I watched my daddy pass away with one. So the truth of the matter is, me watching my daddy pass away, still having a mortgage, kind of shook me up a little bit, because my stepmama, shout out to Jackie, she gone now. She was left to pay that. You get what I'm saying? And I remember talking with her, and she got her set, she got her fixed in mind, because she had health issues herself, and she was dealing with challenges, but she still had to pay a mortgage. So my biggest thing was, when he sold our house, was, if anything happened to me today, I don't want to leave her like that, my wife like that. So I wanted to make sure if we take this money, we can buy something. Now, fortunately, I have the kind of wife that's not a materialistic person. She's not a materialistic person. She's the kind of person that'll go live in a double wide with you while you work on it and help you get it fixed up. She'd be right there with us, because we remodeled the inside of our double wide trailer out there, her and I. The inside, we remodeled the whole entire inside, her and I. And, she didn't like the smell. She was like, it's stinking here. I was like, well, let me get the smell out. But back to the story. My goal was to not leave her like that. I don't want to leave her like that, because, life happens. I could walk out the house, I could fall dead, or she could fall dead, whatever. But I didn't want to leave her like that. So I said, the Lord done provided this money. We paid the mortgage off, and we still got all this money. I was doing well in business. So I want to buy something. I want to purchase something that'll allow us to own it outright. So we started looking, and it's 2022. The market was insane. Anything in the city, no. So we were looking for property. We wanted to find property. We were looking in Colorado. We found a big old property in Colorado, and that would have been the worst. Like, it was just raw land. Like, it was raw land, no well, no septic, no power. We about to get it for $60,000, and then realize we were gonna have to put 200 in it just to get it usable, right? With a place to stay, etc. So we're looking. Hopes of being a homesteader, a farmer, nah, that wasn't nothing that I could say that I knew was gonna happen. So we found this place, and it was under contract. And I seen the pictures, right? And it just touched my soul. I was like, man, I love to live there. That's what I told her. Because my wife's job at this point, because my wife retired from her job. My wife's job at this point was to find us a place to stay. That's all she did. I said, this is your job. I'm gonna go to work. We had an apartment. We were staying in an apartment. I said, you just look for us a place. So she focused on us a place every day. She sending me, man, so many stuff. We found another place up in North Georgia. Didn't work out. Glad it didn't work out, right? It didn't feel right. So this place was on the market, and I said, well, I'd love to live there. That's a beautiful place. And moved on. It was off the market, man. It was on the contract. Somebody was buying it. I think she called me the next day and said, you remember that place you said you were love to live at? I said, yeah. She said, it's back on the market. I said, call them right now. And then my wife operating as our realtor, our property search, everything, right? I'm at work. She said, I talked to him. He want to talk to our realtor. Our realtor who sold our house, she was on a cruise. She balling, she gone on. So my wife said, I said, but our realtor gone. Like, I think we were calling her, we couldn't get her, and she was on a cruise. I said, we can't. So that's the only realtor I know. So she said, I have a cousin that's down there in South Georgia who can help us. I said, call her. So she called her cousin, Teresa. Shout out to Teresa Taylor. Teresa said, okay, send me the listing. We sent her the listing. She gave us the rundown, everything. I said, Teresa, I want this place. The man put it back on the market, blah, blah, blah. I want to get it. Teresa, call them people. Tell them people, I want to come look at the place. I want to check it out. Teresa called the man. The man was very brag, arrogant, because the market was like that. No contingencies, nothing. I said, okay. I said, don't worry about it. We'll drive down there. So can we come inspect it? He said, you can go look at it, but it's no contingencies. Like, we're not going to, if you find a tree laying on it, you still got to buy it at this price or it's not yours. We're not paying for nothing. I said, okay, cool. So we drove down here, jumped in the car, drove down here, pulled up. Okay, cool. I like it. All right, man, it's good. I'm inspect. I did the inspection, right? And I even missed some stuff. I'm in there looking at stuff. I said, man, tell them we want it. Tell them we want it. She was like, hold on. This Teresa, she doing a job. She trying to save us from getting burnt. She said, you don't want to get nobody to look at it. I say, it don't matter if somebody look at it, because whatever they find, they're not gonna fix it anyway. And at this point, we didn't know how big the place was. We just thought everything we was looking at in front of us was the place. So that was big for us because we stayed in the city. We stayed off Redan Road on the east side in Stone Mountain. I think our lot probably been 1 point something, not even 1 point something acres. Like, it was small. And we had the biggest lot over there because it was a little field on the side that I had been maintaining for so long, but it was owned by the homeowners association, right? Whatever that was. But I said, tell them we won't. So Teresa was like, I don't know. Like, she was doing her job. I said, no, Teresa. She said, what? I said, well, offer them full price and offer them the full earnest money, just to let them know we serious. She was like, nah, you need to don't offer them the full earnest, because if it don't go through, you're going to lose money. I said, all right, Teresa, I'll listen to you. Don't worry about it. Just offer them full price, though. She said, okay. So we came back, offered the man less earnest, almost lost the deal. The man said, no, if y'all want it, blah, blah, blah. I said, look, offer the man the full earnest money, please. Got the man the full earnest money, jumped on the contract. Told the man it was no bank contingencies, because he knew that if the bank, because the bank gonna make sure it's valuable. The value is there, right? If the bank would have sent somebody down here and inspected, they'd have found all kind of little stuff, and they'd be like, nah. And then it wasn't no comparables. It wasn't no comps. This actually 3 lots, and we bought 3 lots at one time. So on the plat, we own 3 separate places. You get what I'm saying? This place was considered like a subdivision, and the guy who was back here, he owned a bunch of the divisions, right? So we own 3 of the lots, and it equal up to 10.33 acres. I said, let's get it. Cool. The man said, they not doing no financing, whatever. Whoever do it. I said, well, we got cash, and we had the money to buy it, and walked in there and probably signed 2 papers and got the keys, and it's ours. And that's how we went. Now, when I got here, of course, I'm Jack Gas Hand Larry. I want to be a farmer. Like, I'm excited. Like, for real, I'm excited. I want to get some cows. Man, I'm finna get me some cows. I'm finna do it. I'm watching all them videos, seeing all these doggone homesteaders. I wanted to do it. Dove in it head first, and I shouldn't do that. So if you're looking into this lifestyle, do not dive into this head first. Don't do it. No, learn. That's the best thing you could do, because I had to undo a lot of stuff I had did. Like, I had a whole bunch of goats at first, right? And I should have kept them goats. I had a male, I had a female, and I should have kept them goats. I had a bunch of females. I should have kept them goats, but it didn't work out. I ended up trading them goats. I ended up buying some cows, dumped a lot of money in the cows. And I made some money back off the cows. I'm not gonna lie. I made good money on the cows. I did. When I sold the cows, I made good money, but I wish I had them today. I do. I wish I had them right now. We get some paper right now. For real. Them babies would have been, we probably would have been getting $2,000 a baby right about now, if not more. But I didn't have no plans. That's why I said, man, understanding and believing in the Lord is knowing that it's all gonna work out. That's why the scriptures say all things work together for the good of the good of those who love the Lord and who are called according to his purpose. So you have to know and believe that. And sometimes it's hard because you want to make it happen. But the more I try to make it happen, it slows the process down. It delays it. So what I've learned to do is manage and grow the blessing. So we get back to this scripture and talk about how the servant, the master left the servants with the shillings, the coins or whatever. And you got one who was scared, didn't do nothing. The other one, whatever. But the one who grew it was the one who pleased the master. The one who made it into something bigger and better than what the master left him with. That was pleasing in his eyes, right? So I believe that. I believe one of the things we're mandated to do is not only hold the blessing, protect the blessing, revel in the blessing, thank the Lord for the blessing, but we grow it. It's not supposed to become our God. It's not supposed to become our monument. Like, that's what we do. We turn the blessing into our God. That's what happens. People start worshiping the blessing and not the blesser. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm just trying to grow it, make it bigger and better. And then one day gonna sell it. You know, like we're gonna sell it one day. Like one day somebody gonna offer some money, or we're gonna put it on the market. We're gonna get it appraised, and they're gonna say it's worth this, and I'm gonna do a video, but we about to sell this place. And then the next place we go to, according to the Lord, it'll be bigger and better, you know. But I didn't have no vision of thought 10 years ago I'd be on no place waking up every morning going to check on some goats or getting eggs out of chicken coop. Like, I'd be lying to you if I told you that. No. Like, I would have never thought. Like, right now, my life is one of my concerns of my life is walking outside looking at my animals to see if any one of them sick. Like, I'm outside watching with the eye of a shepherd saying, something ain't right with that one right there. Like, this every day. I have to do this every day because they do such a good job of hiding their sickness that you have to literally be on top of them and watch them. So I would have never thought that was 10 years ago. And the biggest thing, let me tell you what's the biggest reality and one of the biggest sadness too. It's not just a reality. One of the biggest sadness is when I go back to the city and my life has changed so drastically, and I see all the people that was there when I left still in the same condition. That right there, I don't even know the right word for that, y'all. I don't even know what to say. Like, that is like, yeah, because I'm living this dream, right? I'm living this new reality. All praise to God. And then y'all are still doing the same thing. Like, that to me, like, it feels a kind of certain kind of way. That's why I don't go up there a lot. I don't go up there a lot, not because it just feel like, man, you know. So we thank God for growth, but we also thank God for faith. They say it's impossible to please God without faith. And that's one of the things that you have to learn. That the scriptures say it's impossible to please the Lord without faith. And Paul say, you talk about your faith, but I'm gonna show you mine by what I do. Faith without works is dead. So we actually have to literally do something. If you read Psalms, it talks about blessed is the man who walked from the first Psalm, blessed is the man who walked not in the counsel of the ungodly. He talk about how to be blessed, and we meditate on the Lord's law day and night, right? But if you go down, it talks about us being planted by the rivers of water, like a tree by the rivers of living waters, growing fruit in our season, leaves never wither, and God shall prosper whatever we do, right? So it gave us the blessing, like it told us the prerequisite to it, and it talks about where to come from it. And what I see, the problem is why people don't ever really reach these heights or next levels is because they're walking in fear and not faith. They're actually walking in what the system say. You're believing what the system say. So when I talk to people about doing this stuff, a lot of people are so scared. What about this? What about that? Do you believe the Lord is in control or not? So when you worried about that, then you mean you're worried about that more than you worried about the Lord. So they say, well, you can't be stupid. Don't be stupid. Okay, then you mean to tell me you're wiser than God because you don't know what's coming. This is the breakthrough you've been praying for. This is the blessing, but it's just not packaged the way you wanted to look. Most of the time, the breakthrough looks like opposition. Most of the time, the dream looks like hard work. For real. It looks like something that you don't want to do, but what's behind it is what you've been praying for. You see? So when we pulled up to this place was a mess, man. The road was bad, everything overgrown. I mean, everything was in bad disarray. The house was smelly, like everything was in disarray. But now you come down here, people, it's a place people want to visit. It was a lot of money spent and a lot of hard work went into it, and it's a lot of hard work goes into it today, But God is providing. Y'all seen when I lost my tractor? The people came and got it, rightfully so. I couldn't pay for it anymore. But guess what he did? What it was 7 months later, provided me a bigger and better one that I used to maintain the blessing. So that means God will not leave nor forsake, right? He's not gonna leave nor forsake us. So regardless of what, and when I had to lose, that means it was being taken out of my control. Because when I lost that tractor, I remember standing in that driveway trying to figure out, how am I going to take care of this? Like, literally, if you've never had no place like this, you got different type of worries. Like, how am I going to cut the grass? Like, you got different type of worries. Like, them not regular worries. Like, okay, man, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? So I'm standing in the driveway watching them pull off with it and wondering how I'm going to do that. And we went 7 months without it. We were using a truck, that Tundra out there that's knocking like a mug now, that I just got a check for because a garbage truck bagged into it. We were trying to figure out how we were going to make it. We were using that Tundra, pulling hay around the place to feed the cows with, right? And another thing happened recently with that truck. I was like, man, I got to give me another truck. And God let that truck bag into it. Like, that truck didn't hit me. He bagged into it. And they paid for the truck, And I still got the truck. That's my trash truck now. You see what I'm saying? So that just shows you how walking on the water with Jesus, and I know a lot of people don't want to hear this. I don't care. I don't care if you want to hear it or not, because I know it's true, right? Walking on the water with Jesus, Peter called off the boat in faith. Come on here with me. Peter lost his faith in the middle of it, because when I say, if you're the type of person who got to have a perfect plan, or you're the type of person who gets shook up by what you see, and you lose your faith in what you know to be true, just because right now you looking at something and it don't look like what you wanted to look like, without understanding and believing truthfully that the Lord is in control, then you're going to lose your faith. You start sinking too, sinking in despair, sinking in depression, sinking in anxiety. You panicking now when you don't supposed to be panicking. He calls you to walk on the water. That's your assignment. Just keep walking on the water, your eyes straight forward. You don't know what's coming. So that's what we doing. All my true believers, the people who are believing in God, the people who are doing all this stuff that y'all see, that a lot of people admire, they're just walking on the water with Jesus. That's it, y'all. That's it. And a lot of people don't want to hear that now, because there's this big thing against this. Fine with me. It's fine. Go ahead. Like, I'm telling you what has worked for me. All I can do is tell you. So when I tell people, when people ask me, ain't no secret what's going on with me, man. Listen, I didn't finish school. Okay. I ended up being a convicted felon, in and out of jail now. Didn't go to college. Definitely didn't finish a college. Ended up working in corporate America, guys. The guys who worked for me all had college degrees. They resented me. They didn't like me. They all had college degrees. You hear me? Everybody was educated in there. Straight up. But what happens is, your gifts will make room for you, and they will bring you in the presence of mighty men. Not your education, not your relationships, it's the God-given gift. And it's on me. It's in me. Like, it's in me. Like, it's not on me. It's in me. Like, I can't take it off and put it on. You see it better than me. You know it. You see? You can see it. That's why you'll watch one of my videos. But I don't know it. And for so many years, I never knew it. I never knew that it was something about me. I just knew people didn't like me, or people did like me. I just knew the people at the bottom did their best to pull me down. They tried to knock my confidence down as much as they could, because they saw it and I didn't. I didn't know. So for years, I committed myself to destroying myself, and the Lord said, nope, you're not going to do it. Why? Because I'm going to use you. I just got to get you through this. I'm going to carry you through this. I'm gonna let you learn a lot through this, but I'm gonna use you, right? So, not being educated, not having no powerful friends, I'm walking in corporate meetings and everybody waiting to hear from me. I got one I'm about to do, straight up. I'm walking in these places, these big old giant buildings, tables full of people, they waiting to talk to me. I got tattoos on my arm, all on me. Like, what? If you don't believe the Lord is real, just by looking at me, I am the testimony. I'm telling you, and I can verify everything I'm telling you. I can prove it. My prison number was 329-407. Look it up. Larry Brown Jr. You can find me. Hamilton County Jail. Find me. You'll see. Straight up. Yeah. But out of all that, I'm still walking in the places and buildings, and people love me. Like, it's people right now who reach out to me who are in powerful places. Like, let me tell you what happened to me today. Shout out to Angela. I had a friend of mine who was the CFO at the place I worked for. She's C-level all day long. Shout out to Angela. Angela done did big things, right? She called me one day. This ain't the first time she did it. She said, Larry, I'm up for this position. I put you down as a reference. What? You put me down for a reference? Yeah. I'm like, why? I'm saying to myself, like, why would you put me down for a reference? Angela. She's like, nah, you good. She see it and I don't. So I did an interview with the lady, talked to the lady. Cool. She got that position. She called me probably about a month ago. I mean, it's C-level. I'm telling you, this C-level. She's CFO material. This is what she is. She said, Larry, I put you down for a reference. They should be calling you. I said, all right. Today, I got a call from this young lady. How you doing? I'm this, that. Angela's up for a position. Blah, blah, blah. We just want to talk to you. She put you down. Cool. Old convicted felon now. Like 15 years old, I couldn't stay with nobody. Like, I'm sleeping in cars when I was 15, y'all. I used to break in empty apartments just to sleep, trying to be quiet so the neighbors downstairs wouldn't call the police on me. Like, for real. I'm telling you, man. I did this. Family members, I couldn't stay at their house. Okay, it's your house. You know, I'm fine with that. In the street. That's why I don't look down my nose at people in the street. Some of the best people were the prostitutes. They treated me so right. So whatever she did to make money, whatever her addictions was, but they used to look out for me. So I don't look down on them women, because you don't know what's taking her there. I don't know, but I just do know a lot of them people had great hearts. They did. I'm on the phone today talking with this corporate lady, vouching for a CFO. Ain't that God? You hear me? So I know he real. People are confused. Don't let these folks confuse you in this old jet-lag world. Don't let these people, because that's what they want to do. They want to confuse you about it. So when we get back to the real story, it's the walking on the water, right? The walking on the water with Jesus. It's walking on the water, keeping our eyes on the Lord, not losing faith in the middle of the storm. That's it. The boat rocking and waving. We can't let the water get in the boat. It may be rocking and waving, but we ain't been thrown off of it. You hear what I'm saying? That's it. So what you witnessing, and you see these videos, you see me getting on, walking on water, y'all. And I'm not the only one called to do that. I'm not the only one called to walk on water. All of us are. But if you allow yourself to be frazzled, you allow yourself to turn back, you allow yourself to believe the people, because people is nothing like a group of stuck people. A group of stuck people, the worst thing they ever want to see is you leaving them. How dare you try to leave us? You know? So if you're dealing with a group of stuck people in one place, we stuck just working. Like, just know how many people you know actually just have spent their life going to work, paying bills, and just die. That's it. You think God created us for that? I don't believe he did. Now, is everybody going to be a big... But I do believe we were created for more than that. Whatever that looks like, however that looks like for the individual. But I do believe we're created for more than that. So now what you guys are witnessing is just a faith walk. So we ain't gonna say walking on the water, because walking on the water kind of scare people and it makes it seems like it's some magic or something. So forget walking on the water. Let's just say faith walk. We on a faith walk. That's it. Just applying it, walking in it, not just talking about it, not just shouting, not just reading scripture, sounding good, literally walking in it, right? And that's what we all called to do. So my goal and purpose is to inspire you. So I wake up and not inspire you to be like me. That's why I would say praise the Lord. Not telling you as a quote unquote praise the Lord. No, you better praise him. Don't praise me, because if it was on me, I would have ruined this 20 years ago. Shoot, I'd have ruined this 25 years ago. Like, I was trying. I'm not gonna act like I was not trying to destroy myself, because I was. My mama got killed when I was 12, going on 13 years old, back in 1990. Some of y'all don't know that. My stepfather killed her and killed himself. At that point, I committed to dying. I wanted to die. So it took for me to be in prison to stop moving, stop surviving, because survival mode will have you focused on surviving, but you cannot reflect. And when you can't reflect, you can't think, you can't slow down. So as long as you in survival mode, I gotta make sure I can pay bills, I gotta make sure I can eat, gotta make sure I can do this, gotta keep gas in the car. So you survive. So I got all that got took away from me. So I ain't in survival mode no more. I'm sitting up here waiting on child call because my meals are paid for now. I just gotta pay for it with my time. I know I got somewhere to go, so I ain't got to worry about that, right? I just got to pay for it with my time. I started thinking, and what I came to the realization of is that I wanted to die. I had to be real with myself. I wanted to die. I wanted to die. I wanted to go where my mom went, and I was trying to get somebody else to do it. I didn't have the courage to do it myself, thank God. And I was doing the best I could to get somebody else to do it. That's what I was doing. And it took a reality in me to come to that conclusion. And the next thing I had to understand was, you're not getting her back. She gone, man. So you need to shape up or ship out. You need to get it together. And when I came to that, man, I realized my mama had raised me the best she could. She didn't leave because she wanted to. She left because somebody else's choice. She left because somebody else's choice. The best thing I could do for her is to become somebody. So if you ever had somebody you love and they passed away and they got taken away from you, whether it was through sickness or violence or whatever, you have an obligation not only to the Lord, but to them, to be the best version of you possible, like they were wanting you to be. And I came to that realization in my life that I don't want to die no more. I want to be the best version of me. So now this is what they say. Your mama would be proud of you. That's what my grandmama say all the time. She always say, because my mama name was Marie. She always say, I wish Marie was able to see you today. She'll be so proud of you. But nobody said that when I was living in the street. So now I got a chance to hear my grandmama say that. And not only did I get a chance to hear my grandmama say that, I got a chance to hear my daddy say it. I literally heard my daddy say it out of his mouth. I'm proud of you, son. My granddaddy gave up on me a long time ago. But when I finally started getting together, he said, Larry, I'm proud of you. For real. Right before my granddaddy died, he passed, was it 24? I think he passed 24. 23 or 20. Yeah, it was 23. No, 24. He passed 24. April of 24. Because Kathy passed in 25. My auntie. Right before he got ready to pass, he came on to get his hair cut. He came on the front porch. He said, Larry, I want to get my hair cut. My granddaddy didn't play by his haircut. He wasn't going nowhere. But bro needed his hair cut. I said, come on, granddad. So he come on the front porch. We sitting out there. And I never forget. I was cutting his hair. And he stopped me. He said, Larry, he said, I want to tell you something. I said, what? He said, thank you, man. He said, for allowing us to move down here. And you changed my life. He said, this is what he said. I wish I had a recorder. I probably did. He said, man, it's the best thing that happened to me in my life. He said, I was in the city, man. I was scared to blow my horn. He said, I couldn't even I was scared to blow my horn. If I blew my horn, they'd probably blow my head off. He said, they were raising the rents up on me. And I ain't know what I was going to be able to do. He said, now I'm down here. This mortgage is less than, because he paying $1,700 a month. He went from a $1,700 a month rent to $700 a month mortgage. And he probably passed about it wasn't that much longer. It was probably about a day later because he had a fresh haircut. I'll never forget. It was probably about a day and a half later, and he had tears in his eyes when he was telling me that. And I was like, man, it's all good. Because I ain't expecting the past. If I'd known the past, we probably would have had a deeper conversation. But I just always asked him how he felt, like how that feel. You know what I mean? Like, you scared? Like, I just talked to him like that, like, you scared? Like, he's like, no. And because he thought he was gonna die several times. And he told me this. I cut his hair. Let's say I cut it on a Tuesday. And he probably passed that either that Tuesday night or that Wednesday. Because I remember grandmama said, you gave him a fresh haircut, so at least he look his best. Straight up. She told me that. So I got a chance to hear that from my granddaddy. You get it? What was once thrown away, it was perceived as nothing. Now it's actually valuable. So that's why when the Bible says the last shall be first and the first shall be last, it's talking about spiritual realm, but it's also talking about today too. Because a lot of the people who are last actually are good people. They just got to get it together. For real. A lot of the people who everybody look at as nothing are actually people that are something. It's just a lot of them can't get past their addictions. A lot of them can't get past their hurt. A lot of them can't get past their brokenness. And the reason why is because I think a lot of them hadn't committed to the Lord for real. If you make something else your God, then he said, all right, go ahead and let that save you then. Yo, when you make it your God, he said, all right, go ahead, let that save you. Let's see if that can save you. It's like you drowning and you reach for a hammer instead of reaching for the flotation device. So now you focusing on the hammer. If I can just get that hammer save me. Now you got the hammer and it's taking you down, right? So yeah, you hear what I'm saying? So y'all are just witnessing this faith walk, and I appreciate it. If you go look down my page, I'll say I've been posting videos a long time, y'all. A long time. Who that coming through my door? That's my wife. If y'all see my page, y'all see I've been posting these videos a long time. This look, that's my wife. She got her finger up. I told her we having service, y'all. But if y'all see my page, I've been posting videos a long time. A long time, guys. Go to Larry B. Jr. YouTube and scroll down to the bottom. Don't go to the top. Scroll down. And people don't even watch them videos today. You get what I'm saying? I've been doing this a long time. I have never gave up on it. I always felt like something to come from it. And I remember it's people who I started with when we started doing this. They still there. Their pages ain't jumped. The content ain't going anywhere because they quit. I didn't quit. I didn't give up. I recorded when my daughter died, man. I recorded. Listen, I was posting videos when my daughter died while I was going through it. I let everybody see my worst moments. I was literally giving everybody updates in real time. All right, y'all, we just pulled the plug on. I just felt like I had to do it. It wasn't that I was inviting people into our drama, but everybody was so supportive. Let me tell you what happened when she died. Everybody was so supportive. I have a friend who live in California, Sharon. It just was her birthday. She just turned 49. She paid. We had a event and we needed a bartender. Sharon, way in California, said, I'm gonna send somebody. She sent somebody. I had my younger sister, them. Everybody just, you should have seen it. Like how everybody just stood up and just came up. They wanted me to start a GoFundMe and beg. I said, I'm not gonna beg for my baby. I'm not begging for her. Larry, you need to get a GoFundMe. I'm not doing it. I'm not. That's my baby. That's my child. I'm gonna do everything for her. If it hurts me financially, I will get the money back. But I'm not finna be on here begging everybody for my child. I'm not. They were mad at me because I wouldn't do a GoFundMe. They said, you need to do a GoFundMe. You'll make a lot of money. And then truthfully, I probably would have. Everybody probably would have gave. I probably would have had $1 million off the GoFundMe. But I just couldn't do it. And it wasn't an ego thing. It wasn't. I just felt like that's my child. Like that's my baby. Like I'm not finna be on no TV begging for my child. I couldn't do it. I could not make myself ask people for money to take care of things that I should take care of. I said, I will swipe every credit card I have to make sure what it is, what it is. And that's what I did. Fortunately, I had the money to do what I needed to do. So Faith walk. All right. Walk in it, y'all. Don't talk about it. Just keep walking. Your message is going to refine with the faith and the movement. So if you got a message in your heart, just keep moving. It's going to get better. It's going to refine. Your message is going to get better. Just keep moving. All right. Man, I've been through so much, and I thank God for not just delivering me from it. I thank God for it. Some of these stories I talk about and I tell y'all I've been through, I'm thankful I went through that. Because it wasn't for me. It's for the next person. It's not for me. It wasn't. It was for the next person. The person who going through, the person who can't see their way out. I know it's a path out. Because I done been there. I have. Man, I can't feed children. I know how all that feel. You know what I mean? Ain't got gas in the morning, man. I don't know how I'm finna get to work. Got $7. I'm cutting hair, y'all. Listen, I'm about to go. I used to work at a barbershop. I was the worst barber in there. But everybody loved me. Because remember, that light in you, we like that light up on the hill. We draw people. We don't realize it. That's the problem. Most of us don't realize it, that we are a light. We just know everywhere we go, we become popular. Like, I ain't trying to be popular. They just all like me, right? So I got the barbershop lit. When I say I got the barbershop lit, the owner, he was strict, man. Then it was a strict man. I got him in there. We playing chess now. We all in there kicking it, laughing. You know, it's respectfully though, right? And he allowing it because he see everybody like me. But everybody had their own clientele. So I go hang out in front of the barbershop, try to make some money. Like I'll give people some rides. Like I'm gonna make something. I'm gonna give somebody a ride coming out the grocery store because a Kroger right next to it. And just make me $7. You know, back then it was $6-7. So it'll be some days where I make $7. Now we got all these kids at home. $7 now. Gas prices so high. This 08. You remember 08? Gas prices is, I think it was 07. But the gas price is ridiculous. I had a Cadillac, a 1982 Fleetwood Brougham. Got it from a granddad. That joker drunk gas. Number one, you could only put premium in it. Every time you touch the gas, it seemed like it took a quarter of a tank. That joker drunk gas. My wife had a little Honda Accord. Neither one of them had air conditioning in it, right? I remember waking up, going to work, ain't got no money. My wife a real one though, because we don't have no money. And what we do is we try to take what was left over from food, if it's some left over, for our lunch. And we'll go up in there and make it. But I need to make some money today because I don't even have gas to get home and we don't have any food. Let me say that again. The kids came home and it was probably about 5 noodles there. It was about 4 or 5 of them ramen noodles there. We lived off of them. I know they nasty and they high in sodium, but you tell that to a family ain't got nothing else. The kids come home. I just made sure y'all got 4 or 5 noodles in here. They 15 cents a piece, right? 8 cents a piece at Kroger or something like that. Eat them noodles, drink some water, do your homework, clean up, don't say nothing. We doggone, I'm at work, meal calling, ain't no food. Look, just eat them noodles and shut up. I got to figure out how to feed these folk. My wife don't get paid to what? The 15th and the 31st. So it's my job to try to bridge the gap. I'm on a faith walk now. I'm trying. Like I'm just trying to stay positive. I don't want to do no criminal activity. That's the first time my granddad ever told me he appreciated me and he was proud of me. He said, Larry, I see you sticking with it. He said, it take a man to stick with something. I'm proud of you. He said, most men give them and walk away. I said, nah, granddad, I see it through. I'm in there, man. Don't know how I'm gonna make it, man. The barbershop closed early on Wednesday, man. I don't know how I'm gonna make it, man. Ain't no food at home. Boy, I ain't got no gas to get to work the next day. Reese got the Honda Accord, so we should be okay. That quarter tank should make until Friday or something, right? And Friday, I normally make money on Fridays. We had a beep on the door, you know, the alarm on the door, beep beep when somebody come in. I'm sitting in there like this here, thinking about playing me a number. Like I got $1. I'm finna go ahead and pay me a straight box, something like straight up. Beep beep beep. Hear somebody come through the door. It's somebody they want me to cut their hair. They come in. I do probably about a little lineup or something. I get $10. I was on a 70-30 split with the owner, right? So I made 70, he made 30. So I made 10, he kept the 3, gave me the 7. Now, that's all I got, $7. Now, back then, you could get a pack of chicken for $4.99. Like, you could get a pack of legs for $4.99, a bag of rice. It might even been $3.99. A bag of rice for $1. You know, Kroger had them 10 for 10s. So we eating chicken and rice tonight, you know. So I done spent probably about $5 of the dollars, maybe even $4, $5 of the dollars. I only got a couple bucks to put in the tank. Like, maybe I'm on fumes, y'all. I'm on fumes. But, you know, I could put $2, $3 in the tank, right? I put the $2, $3 in the tank. Float home. Get up the next day. Go back to work. Gotta float in there. Gotta figure it out. Next day, done weathered. Making money. Now all of a sudden, everybody coming up in there. I'm making money. I got $70 now. I got $80 now. I'm in there with that them clippers and that brush like this now. Folk coming through the door. From the time I walk in, it's a Thursday. They coming in. I got $100 now. Oh my God, I got $100 now. Baby, I got some money. I'm gonna go to the grocery store, get us some money. I'm gonna put some money in this tank. Don't worry about it. We're gonna have lunch and everything tomorrow. I never gave up, and God never gave up on me, and He not gonna do this, give up on you. All right. Hey man, thank y'all for watching. I'm about to go. I appreciate y'all. I just share these messages with y'all because I don't want y'all to feel like I'm just special. Like I'm just so educated, man. Do not think I'm just such a smart guy. I mean, I got some intelligence. I'm not a, you know, stupid person. I have been stupid though. Stupid is when you got all the information to make the right decision and you still choose the wrong path. Quote unquote Larry Brown Jr., right? I'm a faithful man. I'm not afraid, and you cannot convince me that God is not for me. Ever. Never. It's nothing you can do to convince me of that because I have been in the middle of the night in an empty apartment, sleep, and just trying to sleep. Wake up the next day. If I gotta sleep in an empty apartment, I don't have no way to eat, and I gotta go to the store and try to steal some crackers or something to eat. That was my life. It was. So for me to be sitting here telling you about the goodness of the Lord that's a testimony within itself, right? Man, I'm about to get out of here, man. Y'all be blessed, man. Thank y'all for watching my videos. Thank y'all for supporting my family, buying our products. Thank y'all for everything, man. Remember, all our products on sale for 20% off right now. I got them on there for all y'all who wanted to join the website, Larry Teresa with a H, THERESA.com. Go on there and buy you something for 20% off. It ain't much off, but it's what I can give. It'll help with the shipping. That's what I always say. And it's as a way to show y'all I appreciate y'all. And I thank y'all. I really do. We thank y'all. Y'all have helped us. Y'all carry us. Y'all are awesome. Y'all are awesome. And I want to make sure y'all hear it from me and not know that y'all are awesome. You guys are magnificent. For real. You are. And when I started getting serious about posting videos, I was going through a rough patch. But y'all didn't know it. And I was just posting and I was just doing stuff. And a few people watched. And next thing you know, more people watched. And next thing you know, I got 60,000 followers. And I thought that was big. Wow, baby, I got 60,000 followers. The next thing you know, oh man, look, I got 100,000 followers. Oh my goodness. The next thing you know, I got 200,000 followers. Oh my goodness, man. You know how many people, man, I got, oh my God, y'all come in and talking. Listen, I got 300,000 followers on Facebook on one page. And I got 400,000. I'm at 477 on one page. Then on this other page, I got 121,000 followers. Then I just started posting on Instagram. I took Instagram serious this year. Now I got like 83,000 followers, almost 90K. Should break 100K within the next month or two, right? We started posting on YouTube. We didn't have any followers. Now we got 18,000 followers. Go on there. It's from hood to homestead with Larry and Teresa. You should be able to see it, right? Y'all are awesome. For real. Y'all are awesome, man. The support y'all show us, I can't celebrate it enough. I just thank the Lord for all y'all, for every last one of y'all who has supported us, who purchase our supplies, who purchase our products, who watch our videos, who like, comment, share, who, man, y'all are wonderful. For real. And I thank God for y'all. All right. So praise the Lord. All right, man. I'm out. I appreciate y'all watching. I appreciate y'all being a part of this today. And I hope I've added some kind of value. I don't have a set plan when I talk. I just speak. I just go, whatever it is. And I hope it helps somebody. All right. All right, y'all, man. It's Larry, man. I'm going to talk to y'all next time, man. Y'all be blessed, man. Peace.